Hello world, Alex here, reporting to you from one of my favourite spots, a park. And why not? You know, if I enjoy making videos in beautiful sunny parks where it's peaceful-ish, I'm gonna go and do it. So obviously I haven't been in touch for a while. You probably have been missing me deeply over the last few weeks. It's been about 3 weeks since I shared a video here. And I know that I tend to, more recently I've been sharing more sporadic videos, and they tend to be update videos on what on earth I'm doing behind the scenes. So it's going to be another one of those, just to kind of keep you in the loop and keep things moving in, on my channel. I know that things are sort of dying a little bit, and I've been well, I'll tell you about it in a moment, why I have not been sharing so much. And just wanted to treat this video as an opportunity to give you another life update and to tell you where I'm at in terms of the projects I'm planning on working on, where this channel is going, and why I've been away for a fairly considerable amount of time, given the fact that I normally share 3 or 4 videos a week. So why have I been away for so long? Well, I would put the main reason for that, and I can already, my mind isn't quite as, I'm still kind of getting used to life off caffeine, and that is the reason. I used to find, chugging a couple of coffees and then delivering a video, although I'd be quite jittery, it would help with idea formulation, and I'm finding it very different now, and a little bit difficult, I guess, getting back into the flow of videos without that kind of additional boost you get from the caffeine. And I decided to get off caffeine entirely, and I may have mentioned it in a previous video that was the plan, and I'm here to say that I have been totally caffeine free, including black tea and other forms of caffeine, for 3 weeks. It's about 23 days now. And one of the things that I knew to expect going into quitting caffeine entirely was lack of motivation for a long time, and I got inspired to do this by many people, but it was kind of Alex Becker's video that sort of gave me the final push to really go all out, go all in on quitting caffeine. And so Alex Becker is definitely someone I'd recommend you follow in terms of the caffeine thing, and why caffeine is really not so good, and it's very much a coddled drug. We tend to estimate the benefits of caffeine and underestimate the negatives, and I did a lot of learning on it, and I'm going to write more on it, and I'm going to share more videos on it in the upcoming future, as to why I have realized caffeine is not a good thing to incorporate into my life at all. And I've been off it for 3 weeks and have been very, very, very unmotivated. Not like sort of depression level unmotivated, but just sort of this feeling of flatness and not really being particularly inspired. And so videos and writing and things like that kind of took a bit of a fall in terms of my engagement, and that's why you haven't seen me here much. And I'm still only now just starting to kind of wake up from this cloud of weeks of being off caffeine and feeling a little bit flat. And I've been doing pretty well with other things like no sugar and keeping off the no fap and things like that, all in an attempt to eradicate unnecessary stress and anxiety from my life, which still, it's always going to be there to a degree, but I want to minimize it as much as possible. And I want to maximize my thinking capacity, my creativity, my performance as much as possible. And I saw that caffeine and getting rid of it entirely was a very, very major opportunity for me in terms of moving in the right direction in that sense. So caffeine is out. I have been through so much flatness in the last few weeks, and so much of what I don't like, which is to kind of be disengaged with life and disengaged with my work, that I never want to go through that again. And so I'm pretty confident now that I've kind of reached the point of no return in terms of the quitting caffeine. I don't even see myself having kind of one-off days like Alex Becker was talking about, to have like a kind of fun drug-fueled creativity day on caffeine. I think it's just going to be out, because I can see how clear and calm things are in its replacement, and I can see the world and my senses waking up now, and I'm looking forward to experiencing more of this. Like, it feels a lot better right now. I'm still getting used to not having that kind of slightly manic super focus on and generating loads and loads of ideas one after the other. I'm not seeing that yet, but that's going to come. But it's certainly something to look into, and you might want to read a book that I'm currently halfway through with, which has been really helpful in getting clear on, you know, the negatives of caffeine and why you might want to quit, which is Caffeine Blues. Can't remember who it was by, but Caffeine Blues, recommended read. And so that's kind of the main driver behind why I've been feeling a bit flat and not contributing much and not coming up with exciting ideas. But I'm moving into a new phase now, and I'm looking forward to uploading more. I want to hear more from you guys on you know, what kinds of things you want to hear me talk about. I know that a few of you want me to do more vlog style things and show you more of where I'm at, so I'm going to try and do a little bit more of that and bring in some more travel log type videos. I'm looking forward to creating some of those, although you might not see many of those for a while, because I'm actually about to dive into a phase of pretty solid work now. And I know that I keep saying that, but yeah, the last few weeks I've really done nothing much, and I feel a bit bad that I haven't really been integrating more in society over here. But every new project that I come up with, every new plan tends to involve keeping myself to myself, and, you know, focusing hard, whether it's a new project or a book, or just improving my health and going through the withdrawals of health changes. It tends to be quite a solitary affair, but eventually I hope to start integrating a little bit more and meeting some more of you guys. But I know that, yeah, all over the place in this video, but I was expecting that. And for those of you who have the honor of staying to this point, congratulations. Where are we? So, as I said, looking forward to getting into sharing more videos. I have no doubt that my creativity and my idea generation and my enthusiasm is going to continue rising. It's kind of starting to be birthed again today and yesterday, but over the next few weeks and months, obviously it'll be hopefully better, with no added sort of drug incorporated into my life. And so that's that. I'm still in Krakow in southern Poland. I've been here been in Poland for a year now, and still really liking it, still loving this town. It's particularly beautiful in the summer. Like, if you haven't been here yet, you need to come down and maybe let me know when you do. It's you know, it's very calm, it's very beautiful. It's got lots of beautiful people walking around, lovely cafe culture, lots of history. It's not too busy. It's not, you know, people aren't kind of running around in a rush. It's very kind of calm and soothing, and it's just ideal for me at the moment. I'm also considering jumping across to some other Polish cities now that I've got my Polish visa residency, and I can do that. But right now I just want to keep things simple and stick to a routine, because the next phase, I know that I talked about creating an online community and all these other plans. They will eventually come, but right now my main focus is creating a pretty substantial course. I've kind of ummed and ahed about whether I wanted to create this, and the going back and forth has been another reason why my productivity has been a bit slow recently, is that I just can't seem to decide on something. But I think I'm there with this. It's going to be a course on mastering your mind and increasing your performance and getting over anxiety and unnecessary stress in your life. And it'll be a pretty substantial course that's going to take me months to create. I want to create something really good, really useful, something that's going to be evergreen and will be relevant and useful for you for the very long term, something that you can refer to for a long time if you ever find yourself stressed or panicking, or you need a kind of a coach figure in your life or a mentor on psychological things and mental health and just feeling good and overcoming anxiety and that kind of stuff, I like to think that I'm pretty experienced on that. So that will be manifesting itself in a course, so that you can kind of have, in a sense, a virtual coach, a virtual mentor with you, helping you through all kinds of various challenges but it's not just about getting over challenges and psychological problems. It's about optimizing health, optimizing performance as well. So how can we make the most use of our minds and the way that we think and our emotions to live a thriving and successful and happy, joyous life in all aspects: relationships, work, life. So that's coming. I'm working on that. It's basically a kind of been a work in progress for a decade, really, given that I've been coaching people for a decade, and this is the stuff that I've been picking up through talking to people. I like to think that I have a pretty good grasp of how people tick and what tends to hold people back, including through my own experience of my own self and my own self-sabotage. So it's now time, I think, to put it all into a kind of an online program, a kind of a school that I think will become available in 2022. So there's going to be a bit of time and wait for that to come out, and then there'll be a community attached to that. So I'll be sharing videos in and around those ideas as we go as well. Getting over thought-related challenges is a big one. When we complicate our lives by having our thoughts interfere with our joy and our presence and our creativity, that's the stuff that I want to continue talking about. Obviously, thinking is something that gets in the way of good habits as well. I know that a lot of you guys are kind of in the self-development sphere, in terms of like that's what you want to help yourself in a self-development sense, and you want to develop better habits and to be happier. Well, understanding our minds and understanding how we think and how to manage our thoughts is a crucial component of that, because if we can't get past that, we're always going to struggle with things like maintaining good habits and maintaining good disciplines. So that's all stuff I'm going to continue talking about. So that's the main project, a course, an online course that's going to be extremely helpful on not only overcoming challenges, but mastering your mind as well. So keep posted on that, and do send me any questions around it if you're interested, or if you've got anything that you want to contribute to that, let me know. What else? So still in Poland, I'm not going to talk about the disease. I'm not sure, how talking about it and what kinds of things that I reveal about my engagement with it is going to lead to various restrictions on my account or whatever. So I don't want to complicate things too much on that. But I'm basically staying put. I'd like to go home and visit the family eventually. It's been a year. Like, it's the longest time I've been away from family. So it's tough to continually say that I'm staying here and not going there for the time being. I want to avoid, in a nutshell, all the hassles of travel and getting the jab and that kind of stuff. I want to kind of hold back on that for a while. So I also have all this kit here that I don't want to travel with to go over there and then come back again. So I just want to get this course done and all the filming and recording over here while I'm in one place, get it done, and then kind of reintegrate myself back into normal society next year when I finally finish this thing. And I want to make sure you guys hold me accountable on this project. Maybe we can hold each other accountable in the comments as well on whatever projects we're all working on. But that's my thing for the time being. I'm off caffeine. I'm doing my best to kind of lean up in the gym and gain muscle as well, and really develop my bod. So that's an exciting part that I'm working on as well. That also contributes to my creativity and productivity as well. And that's pretty much it. So just to sort of finish things off, just make sure, like, if you have anything that you want me to talk about, or any challenges, or anything that continually keeps coming up for you that you feel is holding you back in life, whatever it is, do share that down in the comments below. And before it hits 15 minutes, I think it is already at 15 minutes, I think it's time for me to say goodbye and thanks for listening, guys. And just to let you know that I'm still here, and I still plan on sharing at least a couple of videos a week. So I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.